Again, is there anything more satisfying than watching a kicked heroic charge resolve and then watching your opponent's head explode? It's just so much fun. Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Daily Draft. We've had several drafts in a row here on the channel that have been like 4-3, 5-3, 6-3, but we have not gotten over that trophy hump in a couple of weeks. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can finally do that in our last best of one draft for this set before next week we start a little bit of best of three content for you. Starting with probably Heirloom Battle Hymn here. 3 mana, deal 4 to anything. You can kick it to gain some life as well. There's also a lightning strike, so we're hooking up our neighbor in red, which is unfortunate. But, you know, you can't really complain about a Heirloom Battle Hymn pack 1, pick 1. I've liked aggressive decks in this format. It's been a little while since I've been a super aggressive deck. I'm talking like mainly red-white. I'm not sure I've ever been black-red, but that deck seems a little bit aggressive too. Maybe we wheel the Garna if we get into black-red. But we're going to take the Heirloom Battle Hymn here pretty easily. And now there's an errand for black-white. There's Phalanx as well. There's also a land, but I think I'm just going to follow up, you know, the Battle Hymn with the Flowstone Infusion here. It's a red common I've really liked. It's great in aggressive decks. Kills their small creatures. And lets yours kind of get through for the damage you need to get through for. What I would like to wheel out of this pack would be either of these two cards here. The Sacred Peaks or the Crystal Grotto. Flowstone Kavu will be pretty good, and if we end up red-white, Phalanx, but I doubt that wheels. It's the only white card in this pack, so if someone's in white, they're going to take the Phalanx. But we're going to land on Flowstone Infusion here. And now there's really not any aggressive cards, and the best card in this pack by a lot is Micromancer, and we already have a Flowstone Infusion, so I'm definitely going to land on the Micromancer here. There's a Bulwark, there's an Amplifier, but the Amplifier is like, if you're already in blue-red, you could take a couple copies of this, but it's been not something that pulls me into blue-red anymore. Neither of these are good aggressive white cards, and I don't really care too much about a lot of this green. I mean, Gaia's Might's good, obviously, but Micromancer is by far and away the best card in this pack, so we're taking that for sure. Okay. Lots of red. Not a lot of blue here. There's a Phoenix Chick, which doesn't work with Micromancer, but it is very aggressive. There's Kavu, Warbrute. I might just take the Sacred Peaks here. I mean, if we go down red-white aggro, obviously I'd want Heroic Charge and Phoenix Chick in that deck, and probably a copy of Kavu as well, maybe even a Vanguard. But since we don't know if we're going to be blue-red or red-white or something, I'm going to go ahead and take the Peaks to help splash the Battle Hymn's kicker here. And now we see another Phoenix Chick, an Espionage, a Warbrute. I think the Phoenix Chick seems okay here. Again, I really do want to try to see if I can get into one of these aggro decks. I mean, I've been playing a lot of non-aggro decks lately, so I want to try to switch it up. And I mean, this card's pretty clunky. This is Clunk City. This is good in blue-red. This is fine in blue-red. But let's see how open this aggressive start is here. Captain's Call is not quite the super aggressive card we're looking for. Hurler Cyclops has been pretty nice. Academy Ball is the only blue card here. Gitu Amplifier again, but like, I don't know if we're going blue-red with how dry blue has been so far. Goblin Picker is like a fine 2-drop. I think I'll take the Cyclops here. It can go in either blue-red or red-white. Now there's a Kavu. I mean, I have a feeling we're going to end up with like 3 Kavus out of this pack, but I don't want to take Sleeper or Drawbridge or Branch Rider. Thrill is fine as well, but I'll take the Kavu here. And probably follow it up with Goblin Picker. Monstrosity's good with Cyclops, but that's about it. So I'll take the Goblin Picker as a 2-drop. Phalanx did come back around on the wheel, which is interesting. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take the Phalanx here. Again, blue has been so dry after this Micromancer. I'm not even sure we could find a way to get into that. Sacred Peaks #2, Flowstone Kavu #2. I think we're going to end up with at least another Kavu in this pack if we want it. So I'm going to take the land here. Maybe we don't play it, but I doubt I'm playing like 4 Flowstone Kavus. So if we take that one, then... well, I'll cut the only card of a color that we might be. So... Heroic Charge came back, so that's good news for red aggressive decks here. Or red-white aggressive decks. Not sure I've ever put this in a deck where I have access to the kicker as well, so that could be pretty nice. And in pack 2, we open a Lightning Strike. And that's probably what we're taking here over Phoenix Chick #2, Mesa Cavalier. If we're thinking blue, Rona's Vortex is very good. There's a lot of lands here, but yeah, I'm not passing up on a Lightning Strike. Still my pick for a probably top 3 common in the set, maybe even top 2. Potentially 1, depending on the deck. I really like Tellurian Geyser. I've really liked a couple other things as well. Okay, so here I think it's a pretty easy take up the shield. There's cards like Warhost's Fury, which might wheel Herbalist is like a fine-ish 2-drop. I mean, our curve is like not great right now, so we have to keep an eye on that. But I'm going to take the good cards while they're here. Sprouting Goblin with no access to kicker, more than likely. So I guess we take a very sad Herbalist and look for... holy crap, this is a bad pack, isn't it? Crystal Grotto, Meteorite, Banalish Sleeper. I mean, there's some spicy things in this pack. Terror, Bone Rattle, Root Wall of Prophecy, Growth. But I think we're pretty locked into red-white here at this point. And red is 100% cut. We hooked this person up with a Lightning Strike, and it looks like they just took all of the red cards here. Sunlit Marsh for a splash, another Sleeper, another Herbalist. I mean, a 2-mana 3/1 in an aggressive deck is good. And we need 2-drops. Okay, this is a little bit better. Another Phalanx, another Sleeper, a first copy of Furious Bellow. I'm going to take the Phalanx. Need to get our creature count up, but I think we will in a deck like this. Artillery Blast is defensive. Monstrosity is not outstanding in a deck like this. No access to kicker on Acolyte, so I think I'll take the Captain's Call. Now that we have a Heroic Charge, this card does get better. And now the question is, do we want another one, or do we want a Samite Herbalist? Probably just want the Herbalist. Although there's one that could wheel in like next pick, I think. I think our pack 2 pick 1 had an Herbalist in it. So I'm going to take the Captain's Call in the event that we wheel that Herbalist. I do think that was in the original pack. Not here, but there is another Phoenix Chick. With a card like Take Up the Shield, this card gets better. Over Mesa Cavalier. This card's a little clunky for aggro, I think. There's the Herbalist I was talking about. There's also the Warhost's Fury. You know what? I'm actually going to take the Fury here. I think we can find access to another Herbalist if we want it. We have an entire third pack to fill out our curve. And just 3 mana +2/+0 to your whole team with double Captain's Call is pretty good. I'm not going to play this as a 1 mana 1/1 haste. Alright, and in pack 3 we kind of whiff here. We have a combat trick and join forces, but there is just a take up the shield. I'm going to take that over a second Cyclops. The Cyclops is a little slow for this deck, so I'm going to take up the shield here. Mary's Outrider not good in this deck either, so definitely like that copy of take up the shield. Twinferno. Decent little combo with Warhost's Fury. There's also just Steel Crusher, War Brute. I don't think we need another tap land in this deck. Bellow would probably be something I would play, but I'd like to get some cheap creatures here. Over Griffin Protector, Mesa Cavalier. This one might even wheel. The last one did too. Keldon Strike Team is very nice to see. Really, really good in red-white. Love having access to one of these cards. Obviously, Destroy Evil would be very good as well, but I think Keldon Strike Team is even better in this deck. So I'm going to take that here. And whoa. Lots of cards here. Sky Knight has been less than impressive. It's 4 mana that dies to Infusion. Heroic Charge number 2. I doubt we need access to that because we already have 2 of these, but it might wheel. Phalanx is a nice little... another thing at the top. There's Reinforcements and Steel Crusher. Reinforcements makes both of these Phalanxes better, along with Hurler Cyclops, along with Heroic Charge and Warhost's Fury. So I think that's the reason I'm going to take Reinforcements here. Goblin Picker is a 2-drop, so it's the only thing I would play out of this pack. Keldon Strike Team is awesome. Still waiting for Joe to pack one, pick one. If I see it, I'm doing it. But we're going to take the Keldon Strike Team here. Argivian Cavalier. First time we've seen that card. So red-white's been open from this side. Not quite at all from this side, but not a bad pickup there. Keldon Strike Team number 3. Wow, we've really gotten it here in pack 3. Cyclops did wheel, but I don't think I'm playing... I don't even know if I'm going to play the first one. It's just a little expensive here. Furious Bellow, Griffin Protector. Furious Bellow opens up a lot of combat. A lot of combats that we wouldn't have already had here. So, alright, so Kavu or Cavalier. I guess Cavalier as our only flyer might be okay. This does have Menace, though, which is really good. Heroic Charge number 2. I think double charge is better than a charge plus a frenzy that we can't kick. Is that right? I think it is. I don't think we need 3. Alright, so we have a few cuts here to make, but that's okay. It's always a good problem to have. In these red-white decks, I almost always want to go 16 lands. I mean, this will be cheaper. This costs 4, potentially 6 if we're flooding out. This cost is kind of like a 5-drop. Here's a mana sink. This costs 3 or 4. And everything else is kind of what it is here. Because of the double charge, I think we need double Captain's Call. And I like everything else. Maybe not a Furious Bellow. But if we cut 3 creatures, we're down to 14, which is a little light. Goblin Picker's just very filler here. So the Bellow is good with something like double Phoenix Chick because we could push through a little bit of damage there at the end. It's good with like an Enlister like Steel Crusher. This is just a 2-mana 3/1 in our deck, so maybe that's not quite good enough. Down to 15 creatures plus double Captain's Call for double Phalanx. Yeah, I think it is just the Bellow here and probably run it back like this. So, yeah, we'll hop right in here and see how this aggro deck does for us. I think we've had maybe 3 trophies in the format, but the very first one was a red-white 7-0 clean sweep deck. So we'll see if this can get even close to that. Alright, well, we're on the draw, which you hate to see in aggro decks, but it happens. Playing against a red Defenders deck. So do we want to play Reinforcements to make Phalanx cheaper? If we do, we could potentially play this next turn if we draw a land, which would be quite good. And I think I will do that, actually. Yeah. Let's see how full domain they are if they get like a blue-white land or something. Just a swamp? Did not hit that land. Still did not hit that land. I'm just going to do this while we have the ability to cast this card. They have some sort of removal here. It's probably... I'm not going to say what it probably is, but yeah, that's what that was going to be my guess. But yeah, stuck on 2. Can't really win like that. Okay, that has reach, so now we're kind of locked out here. And yeah, this has been a fun game 1. I mean, otherwise we're discarding a card, so I guess we can do this, gain 2 life, right? Who cares if they kill it? It was dying anyway. I mean, I know we're playing 16 lands, but 2 of them in our top 14 cards is pretty rough here. You know what? I'm just going to save us all some time. Well, we're not getting even remotely close to a 7-0 because that wasn't a game, so hopefully the next one is. Alright, so we're on the draw again with a bad hand here that we're going to have to mulligan. This effectively does nothing in this hand, so let's mulligan. Keep the 6 here, and we have another copy of Charge, so I'm going to put that one back so we can just build out our board a little bit. Alright, so Essence, Scatter, or Tribute to Urborg is what I'm thinking here. Oh, they play the Mystic, that's fine. See if we can attack here. Or if they'll kill it first. Looks like they will tribute it. The fact that they're attacking tells me they have more removal in hand. Or a profitable block. Nope, just more removal. In the event that it's shore up or something, I'm just going to go ahead and enlist here. But, I mean, I still expect it to die to another tribute or something. Yeah, there it is. Who's the aggro deck now? Okay. We have successfully dealt -3 damage to them. Yeah, I guess we're doing this. Be a little mana efficient here. Gonna do that, get another bounce spell, probably Rona's Vortex or Shore Up. Oh, they found no targets, so that means they have one in hand here. More than likely. Go to damage. I mean, I know this isn't really a race we win. And we have a heroic charge on the bottom of our deck, so that's not... We only have one left, so that's our only... Not our only out, but one of our outs here. Yeah, I guess we're taking 5. Gosh, they're at 18 life. Alright, well, if it's shore up, then that sucks. Okay, because they have mana up, and it could be Rona's Vortex, because again, they didn't get anything at this, so it's either shore up or Rona's Vortex. We'll see if they use it to try to eat this here. No, alright, they're gonna just do that. So, everything's at instant speed, so we're gonna cast Reinforcements on their turn and decide how we want to block. I think we're just gonna chump a Micromancer with a 1/1. Yeah, that'll make it very, very difficult to win here now. Because they still have their shore up, so, I mean, we can't even gain any life. Dang it, I meant to pump this first. So I could attack with a 3, make this a 5/2 attack. That was a mistake. I meant to pump that first. Again, I'm really not sure it's going to matter, though. I still think it's shore up, so if we try to kick this, they're gonna counter it, and we won't gain any life. Try to see what they do about this on their turn now. See if they decide to shore it up or not. There it is. Now we're dead next turn. Although we have a little bit of life gain here if we want it. And by if we want it, I mean we're going to have to use it. Well, we have to get a little lucky here, so... Well, they're not getting priority. So we're going to go to combat, we're going to enlist here. And we're going to gain 7 life off of this deal. They're going to try to trade with Micromancer, but the main point... Oh, okay. Well, we have to do this. And Defiler of Dreams will kill us. Well, we're technically still not dead on board. So, but you know, drawing all the lands will certainly not help. Alright, we'll go to combat. We're going to enlist the help of the sleeper and attack here. And then, I know we're dead to removal, but like, what else are we doing? Okay. Still not dead. Another Micromancer, drawing another card. Well, they didn't find anything last time, but they do draw a card off Defilers, so... And they're just putting up more blockers, so I don't see a way that we get through for this damage here. I mean, even if we draw Heroic Charge, they're going to block. Yeah, and there's another blocker, so... That will likely kill us here. Alright, go to 1. And then we'll probably top deck a land to finish this game off. Almost. It doesn't really matter how we do this. We're not winning or surviving long enough here. Well, we did just gain 6 life. So, again, not dead on board. Well, now we are. 15. Okay. That won't do it. Alright, 0-2. It happens. Alright, so when playing red-white, who needs to go first? Let's go second every time. That seems like a good deal to me. Green, green, mana worker. I have to do this in case we miss lands here, I guess. Okay. Here are the missed lands. And it looks like it'll be a nice, clean 0-3 for us here today. Can't say it was the most interesting draft video, but you know what? I'm still a fan of posting all videos here to the channel, whether they win or lose, because I want you to see, you know, how, not necessarily how I always decide to go second or how I always decide to get mana screwed, but how you build the deck and if it's successful or not and how you might choose to do that for yourself. So, but I mean, when you don't draw lands, you're not gonna win games of Magic the Gathering, so. And unfortunately, we kind of have to block something, because if we don't, we're going to take 7 and go to 4, and then we can't really be aggressive here, so. Makes our phalanx worse, because it makes it more expensive. They probably have colossal growth already. Or Gaia's Might here or something, I mean, to save their Iconoclast, but this one is kind of already in the books. It might even be counting if they have lethal. Yep. Okay, go to 4. Miss another land drop. Play a 4/4, I guess. Man, just been a frustrating day, I suppose. Okay, well, they don't have anything, so there's that. I guess we're just gonna keep doing this then. This can try to blow out some sort of combat trick if they use it on Iconoclast or Root Weaver. Now they get 2 1/1s, which makes it hard for us to push through. Oh, that's not bad. That's a pretty good tech. I forgot that stupid thing has the ability to enlist. Do I want to kill it now? I mean, it does enlist, and I don't particularly like that. I'm just going to hold up, take up the shield. Again, we're at 4. I mean, they have a good block on this. They could just do Mana Worker plus Root Weaver on our Phalanx, which is, like, not great for us. They don't have anything here, though. So we know the coast is clear because they don't have removal in hand to do this. So I'm just going to attack with 1, and we're probably going to have to use Take Up the Shield here. Yeah, I mean, they have a good block. Like I mentioned, they just used that block there, and I also could have sacrificed that to kill that, but now we're back to 9, and they're just flooding out, which is good for us. So now I kind of have free reign to start whittling down their board here. Are we going to avoid the O3? And we do avoid the O3 somehow. I mean, we get mana screwed on 2 and we somehow find our way out of that game, so at least there's that. Let's see if we can ride this hot hand for a moment. Hey, we finally get to go first, so that's good news for us. After 3 times going on the draw, now we get to play first. Don't have a Phoenix Chicken opening hand, which kind of sucks, but We have a sleeper, which means if they don't have a good 2-drop, we have great attacks here. So I'm just going to go ahead and cast that, then Cavalier, then Captain's Call more than likely. Just be a nice curve. Although our draws could adjust that for us. Alright, they have a Root Walla or something. Nope, they have Tribute to Urborg. So let's let them use that here on the sleeper to prevent this damage. Nope, alright, they let it go through. Now which one are you going to kill, our flyer or our 3-1? Nothing. Okay, so it might be Gaia's Might then. Erg. See if they call our bluff here. They do. Good for them. Soul Tender. 3 lands, and they're mana screwed. So that's good and bad, the fact that now their Urg is a 3/5, but we can do this. And this here. And now Steel Crusher can enlist the Sleeper to attack into the Urg. And we have a lot of good draws in this deck. We have double Heroic Charge. We have Keldon Strike Team. Unfortunately, now this attack is a little worse. Am I okay trading it for the Knight of Dusk's Shadow here? As long as we have double Heroic Charge in the deck, I think the answer to that is no. Okay, down goes Mesa Cavalier. Now we don't have any good attacks anymore. Seems about right. And they've drawn out of their mana screw, so we'll see if we can survive this one here. Yep, there's a 5/5. Well, they still have Gaia's Might up. Well, the going's never going to get any better, is it? I know they have Gaia's Might, but like, let's attack and see if they let anything through. Is it enough? Oh, wait. Okay, thank God. I made a mistake there. I should have sacrificed the Steel Crusher to kill their artifact so that this trample damage would have gone through. Thank goodness it was still enough, but I almost messed that one up. Alright, we get to go first again. Let's go. Again, gonna lead on Sleeper in the event that they don't have a good 2-drop. Or a 2-drop at all. Did we go Steel Crusher? Or did we just play a Haster? I think a way that we win this game is we get to 5 mana, we double kick, we kick, and then we Heroic Charge after we kind of do all of this stuff. We could have like 9 creatures on board. So let's see if they do anything with our Sleeper here first. And then I think I'm actually just going to play this. They'll counter it anyway. And then they'll cycle this to try to find a land. They miss it, but still have something up here. Very likely Flowstone Infusion. That's the only thing I could think. And here it comes. Don't worry, we're missing lands too, so we're keeping you in this game. There's their third. And we'll stick to our game plan of going wide. Okay. They don't get to draw, they don't get to gain any life off of that. Yeah, I guess we're just replaying this. Land would be great so we can get this this curve going here. Oh, jeez. Stop. They're missing all... Okay, great. Good. This should probably be good enough over the course of the next couple turns here. Okay, they do have the infusion. They are missing all sorts of land drops over there. Kind of feel bad, but at the same time, not really. Yeah, seems like it's about time here, isn't it? Alright, sweet. We did it. Our plan worked. Granted, they got mana screwed, but you know what? So did we twice this draft, so... Alright, love going first. 3 on the draw, then 3 on the play. Not going to leave up Infusion on their 1-drop. I doubt they have one. Chances are they won't, but if they do, I might regret that. But, I mean, I still think we have to do it this way. Gonna lead on Sleeper again. This time we do have Infusion back up on their 2-drop. Okay, so they've got Timely Interference here. So we have Infusion back up on their 2-drop, and then we can still cast Reinforcements. Oh, come on. They won't block. And then we can do all this stuff at instant speed here. Still no blocks here. I know this has haste, but like we weren't attacking with it, so just gonna play it post-combat here. Alright, they found their red. Wrath might be the splash here in a blue-red deck, which is pretty good splash in a blue-red deck. There's the Timely Interference. Unkicked. They are going to tap their creatures. See if they make the bird here. They do. That seems like a fine enough target to get rid of while they're tapped out. We'll draw all the lands still and get on in there. Oh, look what it is. I mean, there are a lot of good draws in our deck. Captain's Call is pretty good. Three Keldon Strike Teams are pretty good. Argivian Phalanx is not bad. But instead, we'll just keep drawing the lands. Yeah, I mean, we just take up the shield to kill this stupid thing. I mean, that doesn't really do much. Yeah, I mean, they know we have it, but like, we're just drawing all the lands, so we can't really even progress our board here, so. Yeah, it feels bad. They have their own strike team. Alright, so they're leaving up 2 mana passing. Oh well, they could just have another creature here. Nope. Let's see if it is Essence Scatter. Looks like it might be. No, it's not. Okay. Trade this for 2 1/1s? I mean, I guess. Probably should have attacked before I played that Cavalier, just in case they chose not to block or something. But they've got enough creatures here that even Heroic Charge isn't a great out here. If only we had drawn these in the opposite order. Instead of 3 lands in a row, we had drawn Phalanx into Cavalier into some, yeah. So they have reinforcements, so we don't really have a way to push through any more damage here. So, but you know what? We started 0-2 and we pushed back to 3-3. So there definitely is that to look forward to. Again, still going to post this because, you know, never give up. I guess that's the theme, and we'll just end this one here because there's really no way we can come back from this. So, I mean, some of y'all could have said like, oh yeah, well maybe you make a couple. Well, we have to like quadruple chump there to even survive. So we're not surviving that because our best out is like Heroic Charge with them not having any blockers, but they had all their mana up and everything. So. Fought back to 3-3. We at least got that magic 1,000 gems compared to what would have been 50. So there is that. Thanks so much for tuning in for the life of the best of 1 version of this format. Best of 3 starts on Monday. I will see you then.